Hi everyone, welcome to a day in my life as a part-time model, someone working for part-time internships in New York City this summer, and I thought today would be the perfect day to kind of document and take you along with me and show you what that looks like. I have 2 castings today in the city. I also have a bunch of work calls, so I thought it would be really perfect to kind of show you what a really busy day in my life looks like and hopefully document it for myself as well. But honestly, I don't really have much of a routine, and so not all of my days look like this. Literally, my favorite thing this summer is my apartment. I have the most beautiful view and it wakes me up every morning, and I just love being woken up by the sun. This is me picking out my outfit for the day, which, yes, I had to shorten this so much, but it took me at least like 15 minutes, which is kind of a problem, really. Today we're heading to a casting for L'Oreal, and update, I actually got the job, so I will be maybe adding content from that depending on when I finish editing this. But that was really exciting, and I just did some light makeup for it. Usually you're not supposed to for castings, but LOL, ha 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 ha. So at 9, I headed over to my first casting of the day. It was in Jersey City, and I was on my way to the bus, and then I had to transfer to the PATH train. But honestly, it's really hot, and I complain a lot about the transportation in New York City and how hot it is. But honestly, I think it is really convenient, and I was able to get from Manhattan to New Jersey in less than 30 minutes, which is crazy. But yeah, this is at the casting. It was pretty chill. You don't really do much. For makeup castings, they'll usually just test what the makeup looks like on you, take a few photos, and then you're on your way. I feel like a majority of the time is just sitting around waiting because they usually have a lot of people waiting to be cast. But it's usually pretty fun, kind of boring, low-key, but super quick, and then I was on my way home. On my way home, I stopped by at Gregory's Coffee and picked up an iced vanilla latte. It was super good, 10 out of 10. Then I went home and made myself some rice cake cookies. I don't really know what these are called, but I put some almond butter and honey on top for breakfast, and I've recently been so obsessed with these. They're really filling, but also pretty healthy, I think. I'm not sure. I think everyone's always curious about the model diet, and honestly I probably have a lot less strict of a diet than other models just because I do this part-time, and I'm just not doing this as much, but recently I definitely have felt a lot more pressure to lose weight and to look a certain way, and I don't know if that's purely because of the modeling industry or just because of social media, but I also do feel that pressure to be skinnier and present myself better a lot more now, and it's been really interesting and a little bit difficult trying to balance that with the fact that I know that I have to have nutrients and eat a good amount. So yeah, that's just something real talk that I wanted to share. One thing I'm literally never going to get over is this view, and even as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm looking at it and I'm just feeling so grateful to be able to live, somewhere with a view this gorgeous in New York City. And now I have decided to clean my room because I can't sit still, so I'm putting up this photo that my friends and I took this weekend. I'm just fixing my photo wall and doing some other cleanup chores. I shed a literal dog, so I have to mop or sweep my floor basically once every day just because the hair accumulates so terribly. It's actually quite a problem, but I do have a lot of hair, so I hope this doesn't mean that when I'm older I'll just have no hair. I don't know. So you might be wondering how I balance modeling and also working for internships, but like, trust me, it's not as bad as it sounds. All of my internships are part-time. They can be remote if I want them to be. My managers are all super understanding of the fact that I do have a lot on my plate, and most of all, I think, you know, I'm enjoying everything I'm doing. Like, I'm able to do content creation, which allows me to be really creative and make things like physically. I'm working at an art gallery and I really love, you know, the art market and working with artists. And I'm also working at a really cool tech startup with really cool people. And I think the fact that I love all of these different roles that I have makes it super easy to have the motivation to balance them. And I feel like I'm also the type of person who can't sit still and do nothing, or else I fall into a really bad cycle of doing nothing and not being motivated, and that's just no bueno. I just got another email from my agency that I have to go to another casting, like literally that's happening right now, for Maybelline. So this is totally unplanned, and I need to take off all my makeup, make sure my skin is prepped, okay, and head over to the west side. Yeah, another thing about modeling is that it's so sporadic. Like, sometimes you can go, or I go weeks without hearing anything about castings or anything, and then sometimes you'll get an email that you have to go to a casting that's happening, you know, the day of. And I think it's definitely challenging to balance that with, you know, full-time work, school sometimes, but, you know, honestly I really enjoy it, and it has always been a dream of mine, so I really don't mind working around it, because it truly is something that, like, I want to pursue, or I guess a lot of people would want to, and I'm just really glad to be in a position where I'm able to this summer. Again, literally just so much transit. This time I had to run to the west side, and now I'm just waiting for the bus to take me to the east side, and it's severely delayed, so that's what you're seeing is me waiting in like 90-degree weather for the bus, which honestly I shouldn't be complaining about, because, you know, at least there are buses, and at least I don't have to like drive in Manhattan, which is great. I really do love the public transportation here. But anyways, I was really late for a meeting because the buses were late, so I had to run home and get ready for that. Yeah. Actually, that makes sense. After my meeting, I finally got time to wash my dishes, and actually I got some packages today, so a little haul. Not really, it's just one item. But I got a Skims bodysuit because everyone's been wearing them, and I see these girls on TikTok and they just look so snatched, and I want to look that snatched, so I got it. And it was really tiny. Like, I was like, this is not going to fit on me, and it took a lot of effort and time to get it on over my body, but it finally went on. And it was very pretty. Just responded to some more work emails, etc., and then decided to head to the gym for the day. Honestly, I've recently been really loving going to the gym. Like, I look forward to it as part of my day. I think in the past I had very negative feelings associated with it, and I did it mainly because I wanted to look a certain way, but now I honestly just love the space and the comfort and, you know, the lack of demand that it gives me. Like, when I'm in the space, you know, at the gym, you're not thinking about the next project you have to work on or something you're really stressed about. Like, all you're thinking is how to punch that bag and how to finish this extra mile that you're running, and I really appreciate that, and I think that's something that I've really grown to love about going to the gym and working out and working on myself. And I've also recently loved boxing, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong because I have like no formal training, but except for my Rumble classes. But it's just something that I find really fun, and it helps me take out some stress, some anger. Not that I have a lot of anger, but it just really helps with that, and I find it really engaging. So workout-wise, I feel like it always kind of changes up, but sometimes, like today, I was hitting legs and core, so I started out with a quick little boxing warm-up. I did some treadmill running, and then I went to do my core warm-up in this little studio in the gym. And honestly, like, it just varies. I really like to vary my workouts because I tend to get bored really easily of them. So I'll usually just find like some sort of split on TikTok and try to do it for the day, or I'll follow like a YouTube video or something. And then after I do core, I'll usually go for 45 minutes on focus training, so whether that's arms, legs, etc. I've been recently trying to make more dinner for myself, just because I've realized that ordering takeout every day is probably not the best for my health and my money, my wallet. So I've been trying out some new recipes. Honestly, not even recipes. I just like throw shit in a bowl and hope it turns out good, and it has so far. So today I'm eating this orzo, and I'm mixing it with some greens to make kind of like a sweet green bowl, is what I'm calling it. And I'm grilling some chicken that is lemon pesto on top. I got it from Trader Joe's, and honestly, it's been really good, but like when I try to pan fry it, the sauce always comes off in the pan, and I don't know how to fix that. So I'm still learning, still a cooking amateur. Also, I know I'm not cutting right, but it's just I can't think of it in the moment. And I love this sesame dressing. I got it from Costco, and it's definitely not the healthiest, but it just makes everything taste so much better, and I can't be out here eating bland chicken. This is my final salad. I throw some pickles in there, I put some enoki mushrooms, some cucumbers, my chicken, and it tasted really, really good, especially after like a nice session at the gym. And I like to drink it or eat it with this jasmine green tea from H Mart. Yes, I'm drinking straight out of the bottle, and I probably shouldn't be. That's okay. This summer, I've definitely been spending a lot more time discovering myself, and as cheesy as that sounds, I feel like I'm spending more time alone, and I'm learning how to place more value on that time. I thought at the beginning of the summer that because I didn't have a full-time internship, I would be really lonely and my days would be very structureless, but I think it's really taught me how to structure my own days and not depend on some external source in order to do so. And it's also taught me to be okay with being alone and actually be happy being alone, because it's time that I get to focus on my own problems, and I don't have to worry about accommodating to other people. It's really been great. Like, if I feel like going outside to read a book, I can just do that, and I don't have to worry about anyone else's schedule. So that's what I decided to do. I went for a little walk by the East River. I took my book, my journal, and just decided to sit outside for a bit. I think it's really helpful for my mental energy to, be outside and be surrounded by and observe people, but not necessarily, I guess, interact with them, which is a difference from, I guess, my past mindset, where I felt like I had to interact with someone every day in order to be fulfilled. But now I think just, observing people and seeing their interactions with one another is enough, and that makes me sound like a stalker, but I swear I'm not. And I decided to just continue journaling. I feel like I haven't been keeping up with that as much, but every once in a while I like to check back in, read my old entries, see what kind of headspace I was in and what kind of headspace I'm in now. And it's often really great to see kind of the growth in my character, and my emotional ups and downs have been really interesting. After that, it was time to shower. I usually don't really have much of a nighttime routine. I'll just wash my face, you know, take off my makeup, brush my teeth, the usual. I usually like to sleep around 10 or 11 just because I feel like for me sleep is such an important thing, and if I don't have like the proper amount of sleep, I'll literally be a zombie the next day. Even though I wish that I could function on less sleep because I feel like that would just be more efficient. But anyways, I usually like to just watch some TV or scroll through TikTok before I go to sleep, and it's become like such a bad habit, I think, but now I can't like fall asleep without doing that. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I really loved documenting my day. I feel like this will be a really fun day to look back on, and I hope I can film more of these in the future. I think just filming them takes a lot of effort, and I really dread doing that, but I actually really liked editing this, so maybe we'll see more of this in the future. But thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day, night, whatever.